mindset, I think, than anything else.
Mindset, motivation, insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Andre of the Savages.
Let's think about this. I'm glad you brought this up because even in the first film, what are they doing? Apollo is trying to find somebody to help me get this show off. We're not planning on this dude winning. That's not even in the thing at all. Every now and again, I feel like somebody says F the program.
Black and White Sports, weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket. The NBA plays here. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. Your Toledo home for Ohio State basketball is right here on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Breaking NBA news, ESPN's Shams Charania is reporting the NBA is holding off on finalizing Kawhi Leonard's trade from the Clippers to the Raptors until the league's investigation into the Clippers about whether they circumvented the salary cap by funneling money to Leonard through his $28 million endorsement deal with a company called Aspiration is complete. The Clippers, meantime, continue to deny they funneled money to Leonard. ESPN NBA front office insider Bobby Marks.
I give the league credit, at least as far as giving the Raptors a heads up, because remember, we went through this with Terry Rozier. Miami and Charlotte make a trade for Terry Rozier. He had been investigated. There was no wrongdoing. The Heat trade for him, and then he is basically suspended for the year, and they had given up a draft pick here.
Rozier facing charges in an ongoing gambling case. Ducks match the Flyers' record-setting offer sheet for center Leo Carlson, so he remains with Anaheim 5 years, $90 million. He will be the NHL's highest-paid player. Aaron Judge set to get new imaging done on his injured right rib during the All-Star break. The images will give the team a better understanding of where Judge stands in his rehab process.
If you run a small business, you've got to try Gusto. Get unlimited payroll. Offer health insurance, 401k, and more. Get started for free at gusto.com.
If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, your favorite attorney has a message calamity, catastrophe, calamity. If you want money, you need an attorney. You need an attorney. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. The attorneys don't get paid. The attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435. Keep your legs active while you work. Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free, 800-558-5635.
Having any sort of idea of hoping these people would show a semblance of heart at all. And they tricked me. Cavs, you tricked us all. You got it. We didn't want to believe then it was me. It was me that was leading my people astray. I wonder how I will be able to shake this cavalier funkatiri-ness off my person. You know, because Josh, our good friend Charles Barkley now has titled the verb that is associated with quit. Oh, yeah. It is now Cavaliers, Josh. That's the verb.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
Black and White Sports is now.
Trust and believe. It's something totally different. And stop with the Eminem, because Eminem's not one of the best either. And y'all can stop that.
Dre says he's the best on the mic. That's
Dr. Dre is a Fed, and so is Snoop. We covered this. Everybody fool with Dre and Snoop is dead or was locked up. I don't care what Dr. Dre said.
I'm just reporting.
Dr. Dre was wearing women's shoes before it was fashionable to do it as a guy.
Toledo's sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
I know you're kind of busy just now, but I want to tell you some things I never told you. I know sometimes I act stupid and I say stupid things, but you kept me around, and other people would have said, drop that bum. You give me respect. You know, it's hard for me to say these kind of things because that ain't my way. But if I could just unzip myself and step out and be someone else, I want to be you. You're real hot.
If the papers knew we were talking like this, they'd think we was crazy. Why you?
Because I'm the best and you need somebody to teach you different. You may not understand what I'm talking about now. I can appreciate that, but you will when it's over. Believe me. You will when it's over. You think I don't have any more?
You got nothing more to prove, do you?
Look, man, this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
I got a lot of more. Come on. Here we go again.
And we wish to show the American press a small portion of the advances.
What does all this do to enhance performance?
It makes a man a better man. A great athlete, a super athlete. Though most of the world is ignorant. It's showtime! It's showtime! Come on. I wish to educate your country.
In great spirits tonight. He's really putting on a show for this capacity crowd.
Shall we have a demonstration?
Please do.
As you can see, the result's quite obvious. Whatever he hits, he destroys.
Now you're gonna have to go through.
Away we go. I can't even find it as I come in. And we might call it a stumble in. As if it couldn't get any more serious. It certainly is a new day. Yes. This is Serious Thursday. Josh Burnham, Glass City. What's up, JB, to you first, and then we get to the people. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine. All I have to say is freedom.
Right, you're off the Facebook. You're liking that. That's the thing that's going on. Yep, we're going to address that early on. But hey, welcome everyone. Fastest buck 20 in sports is called Black and White Sports. It's a 100.7 FM feature. Thank you very much. It is The Ticket. It's ESPN here in the Glass City. So thank you guys for rolling with us. However you may be listening, whatever you may be into, we certainly appreciate you making us a part of your deal. Okay? Yep, I am Andre of the Savages. That was Josh Burnham, as you now know. And we have shifted, see what we like and what's really happening here. Josh, this is a monumental day of sorts, because we're doing it right from the outset. And we've been having these Facebook issues because apparently, their compliance deal is not aligning with the general one of publishing and compositions and intellectual properties and all of this that the radio station falls under, and certainly the clearances of that, right? These things are not aligning because we're telling them, we tried anyway, to say, listen, it's not like just the average citizen, not that that's a problem, you guys are cool, right? But just them posting music and going off, that's not what we're doing. You see what I'm saying? And we're trying our best. We're walking these guidelines, but these things are obviously not lining up. So we have to make other concessions and reroute things. And so this is what has happened, people. If you guys saw it, now what you can do, you can see this video on my personal page. That is at Andre of the Savages. I'm not sure exactly how you log that in, but just search that. And then obviously, boom, when I pop up, watch the video if you need some backstory, if you need a setup, right? That's where you'll find that. But what you have to do, and what you should be doing, and we should have been focusing on this anyway, because we've been a little bit crazy not focusing on this primarily. Download the app today. Savvy Television Network. Okay, so you do that: App Store, Google Play, Android, iOS, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV. So do that, and then you're play. So right now we're rolling. We're not really.
Yeah.
We don't have to trip. We can play whatever we're gonna play. Whatever we're gonna play.
Today is the
You know.
first day of our broadcasting live.
Oh man, in a way, wow, wild that you'd go there, for real. Hell yeah, Josh Burnham. Woo, he said something. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to General Counsel. You go, you boys make sure I know you're here. I know, Finney, I saw you. I saw you from YouTube. Everybody else, let me know, do something. Let me know you guys are here, because really, I'm telling you right now, it's about you. It's about you. It's about you, because right now it's rough. You know, you have some rough times. You know, you have to fight through different obstacles in life to get to where you find hopefully refuge in today's program. A few items on deck, a lot of things. First and noteworthy, you saw it on the cover for those who are watching the live stream. Coco didn't let me down. You see, I told you I knew I could count on Coco Golf to Coco Golf. I knew it. I'm just saying, this was nothing of a shock, except the other victory. I think I got her that one because I was hating. That's all it was. I was hating on that. The last win was because I was hating, and so she got the win. I kept my mouth shut. This go around, I saw the number early AM, an even money line. The money line was even for Coco Golf. No, we're not betting that. Sorry, it's just it's better to lose. We'll lose. We're not betting that. But anyway, she's out. And Andy was at least good enough. We will talk to Sandman later. It is good that he at least said, let me tell you what he said, Josh. At least he was, you know what I mean? He did not do a ski. You know how ski will do.
Yeah, and ski, too much of that is leads to trouble.
Let me tell you what Andy said. Hold on. Shut up. And Rick, I see you. Shout out Slick Rick in the building on the radio. Yes, sir. Respect. Appreciate it. Rick, it's so serious right now. There is a lot of forces. It's attacking force. You know how it can be. And so this is a time. It's a monumental part of the film. It's a monumental part of the film. I am living in an actual film, like as we speak, ladies and gentlemen. I trust me when I tell you. When I tell you it is that. Okay. Now, where was Sandman? Sandman said, based on what happened today, pick against me tomorrow. Sandman, I did that anyway. You think I'm crazy? What do you think? Why did I ask? To get the right play. What did you say? Oh, other way. No, that's not all the time. Let me stop hating on Andy. Sometimes Andy will cook on you, though. In the hockey, boy, that boy will cook. Let me stop fronting on Andy. But we are fronting on Andy right now, though. Because Andy almost got us gun clapped. Didn't work. But we're not betting on Coco.
No.
Almost against whoever. I don't even know the young lady. I'm not even sure, Josh, who the hell was really the opponent all like that. It wasn't even one of those where I had all this dissectory. No. Anyway, it's a lot going on. You guys heard the Sports Center update as we came through a moment ago. Kawhi Leonard, whoa. Hold on. With your cool ass. Chill. NBA, something's up. Clippers, other organizations, business opportunities, job, crosshairs. Smelling just like peanut butter. Attempts to slide to the north continent. Doesn't look at all like it's going to end up being a smooth, non-criminal. It's feeling like somebody didn't get it all the way off. That's what's funny when again it is in motion and it's time to not necessarily think it's getting ready to get off. It's what they are telling Brother Leonard and everyone at the Raptors front office. As the free agency wheel and leads Sports Center and most conversations in sports is LeBron James. You know, we haven't been talking about LeBron James around here much. We haven't been talking about LeBron James here much because Josh put that clip over me and you probably couldn't hear me. It's like totally not necessarily in that moment. These are the type of things I have to deal with, you know, in this obstacle of a, you know, this 7-year span of difficulty and turmoil. We haven't talked about LeBron James because I don't need to do it, to be slick, to have entertainment. I heard it. I just heard it. Like I said, I heard it again. And the thing is that it's the story, but this is what is in the front. LeBron, what's he going to do? They are still talking. We don't know what he's going to do, but it's various situations. I added some comments that I wanted to add. I'm cautious. I'm leery about placing the material in the artistic space. It feels like the criticism of too much. But I didn't know we did it like that. But listen, you should call us and say if it's too much LeBroning, because we want to get that. That should be on the air. We want to get that if in case. And feel free. Texting it is also acceptable. 877-909-1007. The thing about it is just that, like right now, the talk of all talking is the free agent. What are we waiting? Because King has us by the throat of waiting to wait. What is he going to do? And playing for the minimum means he's actually saying, if you add me, we're going to win. Because that's what everyone else, that's the commentary. They say it's important to say what everyone else is saying everywhere else. So everywhere else, what everyone else is saying everywhere else in the front of every other show, everywhere else is that LeBron is the talk everywhere else. But again, let us go back to Coco because we were talking about Coco Golf here. On this, we were saying, because that happened this morning, it was important. Wimbledon's taking place and the World Cup, which, you know, the World Cup isn't so much, but I actually have World Cup stuff for you in this today. Yes, so we had Coco. Coco has lost. She delivered for me. I could be sassafras today. I won't. U.S. soccer, though, is on sucker patrol. So we did have that today as well, because now we're doing one of those post-game commentary things and items that make everybody feel jank-a-lank, which is usually said in defeat. Usually when it has been lost and you have crapped out, now it's time to figure out who was responsible for the crapping. Yep, United States is on that. That'll be in here in a moment. And Cincinnati is still no commenting on this letter of inquiry from the NCAA. I told you, Josh, we should have called Russ back. We're going to have to call Russ eventually because this is not going to work. We're going to have to do something. Russ is going to have something for us. Because remember, Russ was keeping it very clean. He was very deliberate with his Cincinnati referencing or lack thereof in that day. Remember that first day when Sorsby was first tripping? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Russ, I got to call you, big dog. I got to do something. I might have to do it on the impromptu. We might have to do something. Also, too, I think Swagoo's son is in the news, too. So there you go. You got it all. It's happening. It's black and white. Okay? Let's break it, Josh. Break. Let it get running on the business side. Okay? Do that. Make sure that everyone is doing well. We want to certainly be contributory in that effort. Okay? So it is quick, everyone. It moves fast. It's $1:20. It's almost a quarter is already in. So don't worry. It'll be over shortly at 6. So you don't want to miss that. But here we are live. YouTube, Savvy Television, live in the app, Savvy Television Network. Download that. Go ahead now. We're not on Facebook like that. Facebook, too, is hating. All right, there you go. All right, I see you. Finney in the building. Hightower, thank you. All right, fellas, everywhere. We got Rick, K. Jones. We are waiting. Clock is ticking. All right, let's get up out of here first time. Monty Features when we come back. I have to talk to him. A few items. All right. We will try not to discuss what's happening in NBA free agency because everybody else is talking about that. Sit tight.
Stay close. Andre of the Savages is just warming up. 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
Issue free, no unusual slowdowns at this time during your Thursday commute. Or seeing anything we're not, let us know. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
Come join the happy 250th USA Savings at
Buildings, schools, apartments, construction sites, they've got you covered. Their warehouse is fully stocked, and if you don't see your size, they can make custom filters fast right in-house. Refresh your air this summer. Visit firstfilterllc.com. Clean air starts with First Filter.
There's my all-star.
I had the game-winning hit.
Careful, buddy.
Sorry, Dad.
Accidents can steal life's biggest moments. At KNR, we help you move forward and hold on to what matters most. When you're hurt in a car, you call KNR.
Black and white sports.
We vibrate on the frequency. Emotions is a magnet. Thoughts manifest. Now you forced to take action. Fail, but fail faster because endurance is a test. We only learn when we fall. Every no turns to yes. Take a deep breath. Don't become overwhelmed by the stress. Think about what you overcame. The situation will be next. Life is long, live it, survive, move on, to the next. I made mistakes. I'm a new man, but God gave me a second chance. No fear, I gotta go for mine. The top is only for those who climb. It's a lonely road when you chosen, so never wait to be given roses. Grow your own. Stay focused. Your time is approaching. And treat family and friends the same when it's time to judge, because you can see through water, but not through blood. Never be afraid to fail. We only lose for not trying. And procrastination is another form of dying. Every life serves a purpose, but a fish won't climb a tree. Open your eyes and see what you really want to be.
Ooh. You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
It's a Thursday. That means it's weekend eve, everybody. Welcome back. Black and White Sports. Fastest buck 20 in sports. Make sure you hit us up, just like K. Jones did. Thank you, King. Appreciate you, man. K. Jones hit us at work. Let it be known. I'm in the app. Yes, sir. Respect. The full council in full attendance, y'all. All the fellas and everybody's here. It's nothing. See, it's nothing. We didn't skip anything. Everything's just like it is.
I like that.
It's just right. And then we are here. We cater to the radio nation. Anyway, you already know what that is. So if you're doing it online, that's official. 1007theticket.com. We appreciate that. They're doing that state to state. People acting like they don't realize it, but we do. And of course, as we mentioned, again, we are in the cyber zone, digital space, streaming live with no interference or issues moving forward. I'm not sure why the Meta people are so fickle like this.
Yeah,
But,
they're just being a bunch of Richards.
Well, we left, yeah, Richard Craniums, right. And we left a memo for you on the thing and in the legal way, so we didn't violate. I left an invite for everyone. Feel free to join. It's going to take a little while for us to move the traffic like that. So let it be known. All right, I am Andre of the Savages. That is I. Josh Burnham is here. Okay, we're going to move it forward. You can see another person there in the box. Now, if you're getting the visual, plugging back in, his name is Monty Features. All guests and calls brought to you by the Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call line. Also, too, let me say, again, thank you very much to my good friends at the Bellamere Suites and all the continued support and just being a fortress of solitude. And I feel like I should make the announcement now, but I'm not sure if I have the jurisdiction to say, but there has been a transitional deal with that. And with that, I feel like I'm obligated to make sure I give the appropriate thanks, give the appropriate, respects and everything else, to those kind of people. But the Wake Up Call line, you know that. Text calls brought to you by 877-909-1007. We'll have, it's a temporary call space, Josh.
Yeah.
I've been advised to get, this will be Callie. This will be Macaulay Callie. So there you go.
Yeah, we'll extend an olive branch to you.
Impress, what's up, man? Good afternoon, sir.
What's going on, sir? How are you?
Oh man, a little better every day, brother. It's incredible. I'm just gonna tell you that. You know what I mean? To a man, it's incredible. On this Thursday, let me see where can we begin? A few things and a few items have come up, and one I had to have Josh. I had to press him on printing for me because this was just coming down, and I had to go back to a conversation we kind of touched on yesterday a little bit. But before I do it. Reactions to Clippers Raptors trade involving Kawhi Leonard on hold amid a probe. The investigation is underway and will not be completed, Monty Features, until the Clippers an investigation into whether the Clippers circumvented the salary cap is completed. All right, and the Clippers and Raptors, you guys know they agreed to a trade back on the 30th that would send, Kawhi Leonard on the move back, as it were. Brandon Ingram, getting him out, Grady Dick, and an unprotected first round. Draft picks 31, 33, 27, first round pick swap, and 2 second round pick sources told us, we all heard it, big deal, everything cooking, sounded like it was fired. The speculation begins, what are the Raptors going to look like? The Monty Features, they said, whoa. Everybody chill. You say what?
Man, look. I don't know what they're gonna do as far as the NBA is concerned, man. All of these scandals is coming out. Look, I know Kawhi really wants to go back to Canada. This might be the kibosh. The remember how they did when they had the Chris Paul joint? Like, nah, we not letting you do that. We're not letting you get that off. This seems eerily reminiscent of that era. They've been through that information though, so I don't know why they just now like trying to pull the sheets from out from under it, and we'll see where it lies. But I think it's still gonna go through. They just gonna like add some penalties or something to it. You know what I mean?
Here's my let me answer here. Let me offer a little bit more salt of speculation to it. No, there's an element we're not aware of yet. Right. Personally, involving Kawhi Leonard. It's not even going to be a question of whether the NBA, something about that is off. They don't necessarily care. It does nothing to hurt their bottom line and interests if Kawhi Leonard is on the Raptors, who were able to be at least moderately competitive in the postseason in current form. This doesn't hurt to have the Canada market. They remember what it was great to have them winning. What Canada and having Drake's attention on all that, not to be funny, but I'm being serious. Right. All of that was very conducive to all things. So no one's against that. When I say in terms of the league, like with the idea, like you said, with the Chris Paul thing, there was something where David Stern and these boys were not feeling what the Lakers was ever they were trying to do. That's not going to happen. And he must have felt, I would not advise that. Now, in this case, I don't know that the NBA doesn't want him to make that transition. Something is up, though. Somebody did something else that has happened that it was thought to be completely buried and somehow has leaked to the point where they made that report a while back. Most of us,
I was about to say,
didn't think much of that report. None of that. But now this is why. And like you said, now remember what you said when we first started. Man, the NBA can't afford to be. And that is where I'll give you some traction on. Okay, we get ready to address things. Because remember what I said about all this smoke and pocusry here is going on because we got to look like we're policing.
Right.
So we have to make the public believe that we're interested in policing things. That's not really what's happening, but just to that extent. So just something to watch. Kawhi Leonard, hold up, everybody. You know what I mean? We don't know if there's actually going to be a trade. And like you said, Bonnie, I tend to lean with him. I think it happens, but not without something else. But there's something else. And right now, the NBA is too many something else's. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't throw it in here today, but Rozier, I think they denied his attempt to bond out. You're not bonding out to escape.
Yeah.
No one is letting you do that. Stop trying to appeal. You're on broadcast television worldwide as the face of foolishness that the NBA is trying to convince us does not exist. Terry Rozier is what they call Rappenstein.
Right. Get comfortable.
You see? Yeah, get chilling. You know what you should do? Start getting these videos of Ali Sadiq. Get some advisory. He can advise you on how to move through. And then it's another white cat. It's a white brother that pops up. He got the tattoos on his face. Get his video. You see that cat? You know what I'm talking about?
You
get that boy. He tell you, listen, he give you the game.
He give you all the rules.
Right. Get them. That's what you're supposed to see. You got to reframe your palate. See, we're not thinking. We got to get our clarity. See, we don't ever deal in the reality. Oh, boy. Listen, I had to learn it the hard way, but trust and believe. We dialed in. Trust and believe.
You better find CeCe and Mexican ghetto boots.
And did you hear something about Mexicans got them boots on? Oh, that ain't the day. I hope that's not the day you touch down, Rozier. That's what I'm praying that it ain't that day. All right, but listen, we're going to come back. It's bottom of the hour, first hour is Black and White Sports, though. But listen, we're going to touch back in. Why isn't Cincinnati saying anything, though, about any of this that went on with Sorsby? That's my issue. That was my whole thing. It sounded too clean, but at the end of we should come back. That's the whole point of that. All right, we'll come back. Features is in here, okay? All right, and we will ring the bell.
When sports need a voice that doesn't play games, it's Andre of the Savages on Black and White Sports, 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
Issue free, no unusual slowdowns at this time during your Thursday commute. Seeing anything we're not, let us know. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
If you've tried to lose weight and
maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation, Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging.
Viagra, $2 a pill, $99 minimum order. Call 800-925-5313.
Upgrading to a smart home? Only Vivint offers a fully integrated smart home system. Every device works together seamlessly. Call Vivint now and get free professional installation, $200 off your initial order, and 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for as little as $1 a day. Upgrade your home to a Vivint smart home. For your free quote, call
800-853-6497. Companies to lower.
You want some boiled peanuts? It's a boiled peanut.
For another attempt, only for people ready to actually change it. We take a limited number of new patients each month. Schedule your free consultation now at ToledoWeightLossSecret.com.
I was stuck in that exact cycle. Lose weight, gain it back over and over. This was the first program that actually made sense and actually worked. If you're tired of starting over, don't wait. Schedule a free consultation today. ToledoWeightLossSecret.com. That's ToledoWeightLossSecret.com.
Searching for the best place to get both classic and creative pizzas? Visit Pizza Cat and build your pizza as weird as you want it. Earn perks towards future orders by visiting pizzacat.com. Now with 2 Toledo locations, one on Monroe Street and one on McCord. Pizza Cat, keep pizza weird.
No cats have ever been harmed in the making of this pizza.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Indeed. Haven't you heard about black and white is the word? Okay, we are in here. It's time to, feel a lot better about it. It's a Thursday. We're getting close. All right, Friday is here, and we have all that, but not quite. And so what I need you to do is consider your grooming needs. Anthony Butler is your call. I saw him today, Josh. Thank you, Butler, for the magazine freshness. I had to be somewhere today, Josh, so I didn't want to go in looking crazy. I hadn't met these people before. You know what I mean? I didn't want to go in looking like Grady off Sanford and Son, like Norman.
No.
You know, that's how I
You're a businessman. That's why.
Thank you, Josh. Well, again, apparently, I don't know. I'm must be pretending because I don't know what's going on. Boy, we're in here, though. Thank you all for being with us, especially the general counsel. Everywhere, everyone is locked in. Kay Jones is at the gig. He's on the app. Hightower, YouTube. Finney, YouTube. Rick, radio. What? Josh? And you're right there. Happy you're not on Facebook. Look at you. Look, start grin, Josh. Grin. Put yourself on the camera by yourself and do a grin. Let the people see you so they can know we got the visual. There it is. See, look at Josh smiling. He's chilling. Nobody chills harder than we do, Josh. We can't chill much harder than we're chilling.
Well, we try hard.
Monty, did you notice how since you got here, how hard we're around here chilling? You said it to yourself. You're like, I can't believe how hard you went and told other people. Like, the boys chill hard as hell.
Hey, man, when you got JB, you can't do nothing but chill, man.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I didn't learn to chill. Let me tell you. That's Monty Features, everybody in the building still with us. Look, like I said before we went to the break, the people are clamoring a little bit, and we didn't clamor enough. We got to get our boy Russ back. Josh wants to call him now. Like, no, Josh, we're not just going to call Russ randomly right now. We don't know what the hell he's doing right now. It's inappropriate. Josh is disrespectful. He's a busy guy, too. You know he's a big dog now.
Yeah, I mean,
you just call. You know, you're big time was anyway.
The next generation of Cincinnati sports personalities.
Yeah.
The grand tradition of Al Michaels, who started out with the Reds, and
not to be confused with George Michaels. But at the end of the day, listen, you have to, keep yourself intact, Josh. You don't put me on the embarrassing slate where I have to hear the voicemail like that to get the direct to the voicemail. You never want that sound. Immediate voicemail. You like a ring. Doesn't everybody you like a ring? You get at least 3 rings, you're happy. You're like, anything could be going on. You get that immediate boy right in the middle of the day, like, uh-oh. I'm not on the list. Or the block list. You might be on the block list is what you will find. Messing with JJ. All right, let's go. Here we go. So back to it, Monty. Listen, Cincinnati, the people are having no comment on this letter from the NCAA and the inquiry to what was going on in the time that Sorsby was around there. Because all the reporting keeps being, again, really at this point, I know it doesn't really matter. I'm only pointing out people. It's in the news for one, but I'm keeping all this on you guys' framework and your palate because I'm telling you, I don't buy this. This is just my own speculation. I don't accept Sorsby anymore as a legitimate prospect in the sense that there was going to be this career. See, you guys are not really paying close enough attention because it's now suggested, Monty, if you listen to any comments that come out about it, the past, the current, what have you, if you look at the entire frame, this smells like it smells constructed. Because you said it, we talked to other people. Nobody had any framing on Sorsby. Why wasn't he on anyone's radar? We don't have to be scout, incredible to have at least a working knowledge of some of the kids who are probably going to be good or are probably going to project to the next level at some point, especially if we ever hear of Mel Kiper or anything.
Right.
So this guy was never a talk until it was, we have a guy busted everyone. We have a Pete Rose in college football, everybody. And ever since, the whole thing has done nothing but detour, veer off, not go straight, but we sitting here trying to be in logic.
And I think Cincinnati is being awfully quiet because there's no way that they say 900,000 or something in bets.
I think 90. I think it was 90,000.
Oh, okay. All right.
So 100 G's
90,000.
regardless. In your college, is too much going on.
Right, 90,000. Look, when I went to college, I was good. I was happy to see 9,000 my whole career. So there's no way you got 90,000 going through, and nobody knows nothing. You know what I mean? And I think they think if they start talking, things will come up, and so they are trying to like, no, man, go and look over there at Texas Tech. Go and look at somewhere else. We don't got nothing to say, and there's no way that somebody didn't know something, and that's probably one of the reasons. I mean, I'm speculating, but why, if he was such this great prospect, they was like, go and get out of here. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Guys, you know what? Now I've done you all a disservice today. Monty makes me realize and I knew to get it. I was distracted to a certain extent today, and I let this get away from me. I should have recorded it. Josh, I almost don't know how to describe it to you to help you search it like even now. But we see with regard to what Monty just said, the reception to questions about Cincinnati at the Big 12 Media Day was happening. That's the irony of all this. I think this is really essentially why this is back on the table and why this is still it's still vocal, because they had to come to conference time to meet the press and do the chop up. It was going on. Josh, see if you can find if there's any sound, because even maybe try the word controversial reaction to Cincinnati questions. I don't know. I'm just trying to throw out some things that can go in a search that might
see what I can
that might help whittle down our prospects. But with that, while you do that, let's shift gears real quick. Talking to Monty Features here, always here for a short time, man, in the first hour. So I want to get some of this work in before he's up out of here. Listen, to the World Cup fallout, and I don't want to say fallout. I'm going to say follow up. I'm going to say post-game narrative. I'm disappointed. Hold on. Let me read the article first. Let's not concern ourselves with how I'm thinking.
Okay.
U.S. star Christian Pulisic suffered microfracture versus Belgium. Jeff Carlisle decides to let us know here on the 9th day of July, 2026, that the U.S. international and AC Milan attacker Pulisic sustained a bone bruise and microfracture in his lower leg and will be sidelined for several weeks, sources confirmed to ESPN. The Athletic was the first to report the news. Injury sustained 7 minutes into second half of the United States men's national team's 4-1 ass whippings in the round of 16 defeat to Belgium when he attempted to take a shot on goal but struck the back of Belgian midfielder Yuri Telemans' leg. And I hope I said Telemans' leg. Mani, I don't want to hear this now. Right. I don't like hearing this. This is the stuff. This is exactly why we always know it's not going to be that. It's never going to be any. Can we just get off the stage and roll out? We don't need, I guess, okay, an injury report to some extent, but I don't know. I don't know why I need to know this now. Maybe maybe I'm weird for that. What's this story about? Why? And I don't like hearing it.
And if it happened, 7 minutes into the set, they was already getting splattled. So
exactly.
It's not like
I get it, Christian. I get it, CP. Okay, you wanted to still seem like it was no boy. You could have been, had you been in both legs, though, it would have did right, man. He would have did something about this this is a 3-goal gap here. I mean, okay, you get us 1 goal. Okay, what's going to do with the rest of that gap? No, I know you're not doing a 2-goal. There's no messy going on here. This is
Right.
CP. You're more like Christian Paul is what I'm thinking is probably who you really was on the team out here, letting somebody know that you was hurt like that. I bet you somebody else turned an ankle or dislocated some other ligament too, running around for damn 2 hours nonstop. I bet you.
Yeah.
You know, like what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah,
So,
they could have kept that to themselves. It had no bearing on the game whatsoever.
No, and I don't want to imply that we're not ever doing that. Don't do that when it's over. Do not do that when it's no way. You can give us that at halftime.
Right.
Tell us he's out, okay, and he's not going to be able to return, what have you. Cool. And then at that point, it's going to be a little suckerness to that when we talk about that. If you can walk, I'm thinking because of the 4-year window, I feel like, Monty, you got to have, dangling limbs.
Suck it up. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. But hold on. That's true. That's true. But hold on, Josh. You heard him right there. He has to get one for that. I never want anybody to do that. Thank you very much.
Coach say, are you hurt or are you injured?
Yeah. So you kept running. Obviously, you injured. So, but even to this looks more horrible because of the implication. You kept rolling.
Right.
And we were sorry. I'm just disappointed. I didn't like it. This is what I didn't like for the U.S. men. The whole thing, man, because I was proud of them. I was liking that at least. It seemed like the run was legit. It seemed like the guys were handling the stress of whatever expectation or lack of expectation, because they were kind of dealing with a different and reverse animal that we would have said, the U.S. is not going to do anything. We're not getting to the death round, and if we do, it's going to be an early death because it's always that. And those boys were able to overcome those items. I just think the other noise gets involved. I think there are distractions that if we had an opportunity to question the team and guys could be transparent, they would say, nah, something happened to the vibe, especially when the political energy. And I don't want to dance too much with the president, but at the end of the day, that stuff is a factor because it creates other stresses that just weren't incorporated. And
right.
You know what I'm saying? They kind of knew if you get a red card or something, like there's probably a certain level of political ire that you can expect as a unit that will not pull the team into some other mental place. And I just feel like all of that in the turnover, overstressing my one guy with, Balogun, what I'm saying, doing that. And you had other guys that I think were probably equally as talented that were more responsible, Monty, for what was happening there. And I thought that, what I'm saying, we should have spoke about the U.S. team more in a group frame because they do that. But see, when they get one person they get to ride with, then we're out the door. And, once again, we're out the door.
Yeah, the media will flip that on you. And again, unnecessary pressure. If they had kept, like you said, the same energy, the same vibe, they would have. I think they would have fared a lot better.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it myself. Now again, from a bettor's perspective, always and forever, we're liking it because it's a tipper. For me, it was a tipper. I'm not betting on these fools. And like I said, I shared the story with everyone. Shout out to my guys too again at Warren Street Garage over there, right there down on back on Adams Street, but not really on Adams Street, where it's in the little alleyway in there. You guys have known that you've seen all those foreign cars out there in the lot everywhere. That's what's going on. So shout out to those guys, Raj, Brian. And Raj was just asking me because he wanted to bet something like, what can I do? Is there any money to be won? Et cetera. So I had told that story and I was like, no, you don't really want to fool with these boys.
Yeah.
The U.S. Raj, we can't trust them. No, hell no. And if you're determined to bet on them, because I don't want to tell you, I don't do that to people. I didn't do it to you. I don't say, hey, do this and do that, because I'm the one could be wrong, as we know many times, right? But I'm saying to him, put some on Belgium.
Right.
Put some on Belgium. And so, I don't know if he got involved or not, but I did have to go back, through the garage or what have you. And he was right there. He was at me like, oh man, Dre, you said it, man. I'm like, listen, Hey, I put a lot of work in, man. That's all it is, Roz. I was like, I put a lot of work in, man. A lot of people want to doubt and think we are here for clowning, apparently. And I don't know that you can just do something for 7 years and be doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Imagine this. Like I had a scenario, Monty. Imagine, like, I'm trying to think. I was literally trying to think, how could I describe this? And I even wanted to ask you, because I was like, Monty might appreciate the level of the shock and awe. I was like, I'm trying to imagine somebody who is considered. Imagine being the Magic LeBronson of your sport or something, and then I'll be MJ, and then you get like, you don't even know, it might like Muggsy Bogues.
Okay.
Saying this, you said it's got to go do this move like this. Mike, when you get on the court, I would need you to. I had that happen, but I had a situation like that go on. So there you go.
Hey, sir, I got this. Go and have a seat. I got this, sir. I'm all right.
It's wild. It's a lot going on. So I don't know. But nonetheless, all right, we continue. My bad, Josh. I don't know what happened to me. I lost signal to Wi-Fi too. Now, you know what I'm saying, we may have issues with that. Sorry about that. But there you go. We're still live. And again, this is what the app is for, people. We don't have any breaks or intercessions. That is the entire thing. And thank you for that. So before we end this first hour, though, listen. Again, let me say, I almost forgot this. Hold on, Josh. Do we have enough time to get a picture of Big Rigo, any Redskin, or excuse me, Commander fans who might realize what it is to say something about the Redskins? Like, I know the true Commander Washington heads real are still of the ilk that say, much like our Indians, you know what I mean, we in the Guardian thing, but if you're a Redskin cat, respect due. But we're going to, we want to get into our political lane and again reframe the Commanders. But with that, there is news regarding the Hall of Fame level and the appropriate respect and acknowledgement, which I think is like, how the heck did it kind of take as long as it took for these people to retire John Riggins' jersey, the 44?
That's crazy, right?
And doesn't that seem wild? Like, who would have thought? So, yeah, but that's the situation.
Yeah, that should have been a no-brainer. None
Yeah, I mean,
whatsoever.
certainly long before now. I kind of assumed this
was
was
already
what it
done.
was. You know what I mean? So I thought that was weird, but yeah, saw that today. John Riggins' jersey, the 44. Again, Josh is silly for this photo. You got to see it on the screen. You're not watching it on the live stream. Josh is crazy with the imagery. But yes, the young John Riggins, that boy had the gold. That boy had the gold Tampa Bay goatee. You got that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneer man on the helmet, dude. That's that with the Raleigh fingers twist.
If you think that was crazy, wait till you see him when he was a Jet, when he had a mohawk on the sidelines.
Yeah, I couldn't stand this guy when he was in those years. He was punishing the whole situation.
He was a hard runner, bro.
Yeah, I couldn't stand 44 because there was nothing could be done. There was, you know what I'm saying? Anything. Look, Monty, like, I guess they should probably refer to this man a little bit more often. But in terms of a short yardage situation, ain't nothing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We know our beast modes and our people, you know what I mean? And some of these backs that have been mentioned over these years, John Riggins should be in the more conversations.
Yeah.
Really, though. But, that's the embodiment of that's what they meant. When they say,
you would hate to be one-on-one coming up trying to stop him.
Yeah. Just ask the Miami Dolphins secondary on that fourth and goal situation in the Super Bowl.
This is what I'm saying. And then this fool, but that's exactly it, though. But that is exactly it. For those of you who can recall the Super Bowl, that was the one. That was in '84, wasn't it?
82-83.
82-83 season or something. Yeah, I knew it was right in there, somewhere around there. Why do I remember that? Josh, could you check this for me? I'm gonna need a confirmation. I don't want to be wrong, but for some reason, I remember going to Cross Gates at the time. That's what I do recall, right? I was going to Cross Gates, and I can remember our teacher. I don't know why she was letting us talk about the game or something, right? And lo and behold, how would I know that one day, you know what I'm saying, this would be, and we were talking about it. But even then, I was wrong early. And I was talking something about Andra Franklin. Could you check the look? That don't even sound right. Mind y'all don't even know if you know that, man. Anybody remember Andra? And I didn't say Andre. I said Andra Franklin.
Oh, yeah. My parents who are Dolphin fans know who Andra Franklin is.
See, Josh, that's what it is. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Burnham, that you were Dolphin fans, number one.
Yeah, and speaking of that, they remember watching that Super Bowl many years ago. And to this day, every time they bring that play up, the fourth goal situation I mentioned, my dad tells me that my mom cried after the game because the Dolphins lost, and she curses the day of John Riggins to this day.
Yeah, and I bet you she's not a big T.O. proponent either. Well, she has to be, actually, if she's a Dolphin fan. But I'm telling you, if you could just get that out of there. If they get rid of that,
right,
I think we got something. If the Dolphins rock with that black situation, I say the sky's the limit. I don't know what we're really doing in totality, but I'm just saying that's somewhere to look at. But Andra Franklin, so you can confirm, but Andra Franklin was on that. I believe he was on that Super Bowl roster.
Yes, he was. He was the game rusher.
Oh, my good. And what did he do? Absolutely nothing but make me look like an ass. Go back to school with that. Nobody even knew what the hell I was talking about, because then at that age, nobody knows any of the extra people. So if they probably weren't saying Joe Theismann or some form of that, or John Riggins, because all the kids knew John Riggins. We knew that there was no question there.
Daryl Green.
You might have got an Art Monk. You might have got some Art Monk pop, but they're not gonna know. The kids don't know nothing about Art Monk. That is a shame. That can be said too. But again, I'm a Cowboy fan, so I remember all the torturous times with these boys. But there you go. Riggo retired the jersey. Hour number one wrapped up. Swagoo too. Quick mention. Swagoo's son is on to Texas. I believe Marcus Spears Jr. He's nice though. The word is he's a top prospect. But you get that not just because dad. And I hope he doesn't get. I bet you he gets a lot of flack because his dad is on TV like that. But that's athletic DNA though. So I feel like it stands to reason. But number one prospect, class of 27 though, reclassifying, committing to Texas for the basketball season. But that's where they live at too. His dad, Cowboy.
He looks just like him.
Yeah, young Swagoo. So there that is. We're gonna see what it is. I feel bad for the kid though too, but we kind of do it too. Shout out to the Nowajeski family, because we're doing it with young Tom Nowajeski. So the St. Francis Knights under a lot of pressure. He's under center, so that's part of it. Dad here on the air and everything. So we kind of got a situation like that, similar, but not quite, but similar. All right, and similar is hour two. Conversations and such. We will do that. Monty Features, thank you very much, man. Hour
Have a good one, bro.
Exemplary. Yes, sir. All right. Hour two. Sad man later on. And again, a little bit more work to do. And those plays for today. We got some parlay stuff, World Cup activities right now. France and Morocco on deck. And I'll tell you who we got when we come back. Okay. 5:05. Be prompt. Attendance is mandatory. Second half when we come back. Fastest buck 20.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station.
Upgrading to a smart home? Only Vivint offers a fully integrated smart home system. Every device works together seamlessly. Call Vivint now and get free professional installation, $200 off your initial order, and 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for as little as $1 a day. Upgrade your home to a Vivint Smart Home. For your free quote, call
800-853-6497.
Been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Well, your favorite attorney has a message. If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe. If you want money, you need an attorney. You need a bulldog. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging.
Viagra, $2 a pill. $99 minimum order. Call 800-925-5313. 50th anniversary. Founded in 1776, the United States is 250 years old. And Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate with a 17.76% discount on the whole menu. 17.76% off your order. Sometimes you're just too tired to make that dinner, so Mama Mary's makes it easy on you and your wallet. Something for mom, dad, and the youngsters. Pizza, salad, sub, pastas, and more. Mama Mary's Pizza in Holland on Airport and Holloway.
This hour is brought to you by Dunn Chevrolet.
Before they fail. Only professionals with specialized knowledge and training are properly equipped to provide appropriate care. To find an arborist, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Alex Goen patented hypnosis. Lose weight, destroy cravings, late day binges, stress eating. No hunger, no willpower. Only $59.99 or your money back. In town July 21st. Sign up at alexgoen.com. That's alexgoen.com.
Public service time, Glass City. We are always here interested in trying to help. And we realize how important this streaming thing is. As I mentioned, you can download the Savvy Television app today. But you certainly, in an effort to operate your smart TVs and such, and the gaming units and devices and the multi-operational activities that can happen in one home, you certainly would prefer non-lagging and powerful internet. And certainly when I tell you it can tally up for less than the price of lunch. So here's the situation, ladies and gentlemen. My good friends at Rocket Internet, offering you 600 megabits per second for only $9.99 per month, or 1 gig for only $19.99 per month. You see, because the biggest name isn't always the best deal. And both of these plans include Wi-Fi equipment, unlimited data, and no contract, plus a 3-year price guarantee. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 5673-ROCKET to check availability and sign up. Rocket Internet is a prepaid internet service. Professional installation is required and a one-time activation fee applies. Offer subject to change or may be canceled without notice. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 5673-ROCKET for full details.
Black and White Sports.
We vibrate on the frequency. Emotions is a magnet. Thoughts manifest. Now you force to take action. Fail, but fail faster, because endurance is a test. We only learn when we fall. Every no turns to yes. Take a deep breath. Don't Don't become overwhelmed by the stress. Think about what you overcame. The situation will be next. Life is long, live it, survive, move on to the next. I made mistakes. I'm a new man, but God gave me a second chance. No fear, I gotta go for mine. The top is only for those who climb. It's a lonely road when you're chosen, so never wait to be given roses. Grow your own. Stay focused. Your time is approaching. And treat family and friends the same when it's time to judge, because you can see through water, but not through blood. Never be afraid to fail. We only lose for not trying, and procrastination is another form of dying. Every life serves a purpose, but a fish won't climb a tree. Open your eyes and see what you really want to be.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
It's the fastest $1.20 in sports. But you call it Black and White Sports, and we know this. There's more than 25 now, Josh. I'm thinking 26 worldwide. It's crazy. Why? Because we're out here distribution global. What? Yes, Savvy Television Network. That's a real thing. Established 2007. Shout out to all things that happened then. As we sit here now, 20 years later, whoa. And you guys sitting there with us. General Counsel, thank you. Can't tell you how much it means. Also, got to have something for you boys. We got to do that. Rick put that out there. Whoever put that out, Jones, Rick, whoever said that, yeah, we getting together. Let's get that, make that go off. Absolutely. Because you guys right now, you guys are going to get me through what has to be gotten through. So there it is, right? Thank you very much. Thank you guys, Glass City and at large, because we understand that it's starting to cook up. That's what we hear, but you never know. Conflicting reports, you never know. Depends on who you're talking to. Okay, so with that said, the honest truth must be the one that we don't hear, which is we are coming through clear all the way through everybody's eyes and their ears. Okay, so why run around here in fear? Not us. It ain't that. I am Andre of the Savages. That's true. Josh Burnham is here rocking. That's true. Monty Features just left. That's true. But he rocked it while he was here. That's true. So here we move on. We didn't really talk about the NBA free agency like everybody else is. But we did say the Kawhi Leonard thing. Hold up on that. Chill. Not really looking like it's a clean slate. Something's up. Sniff, sniff. We don't know. We're going to hear it, though. Believe that. I hope they don't blow that up. I want Kawhi Leonard. I want him in Toronto. I want that. I need that happening. I like the East. I like what's going on. I got King in the 216. Not yet. It's a speculation. I was hated on earlier for saying, it wasn't done. It's not a done deal. Again, I don't know. I was accused. I don't want to say critique. It was accused. It was accusatory. Imagine, Josh, imagine hearing one. That's wild. I don't know. We've been on it for a while.
Yeah.
It's hard to, can you really categorize us in like a sporadic listening, if at all? You know what I'm saying? Can you really dial us? Could you peg us and categorize us? And that would be difficult, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, seems like right now, Kawhi Leonard, the situation, I think he's paying for the sins of what Steve Ballmer did in terms of paying him under the table.
Well, what this is what I was telling Monty's. Whatever the situation, this is extended to some sort of personal misstepping. And the NBA is going to do its best at making sure they don't end up with the egg on their face any further than the egginess that's already looking like it's egging everywhere. It's gambling, egging, all kind of eggs are cracking, and people are not wanting to say, but you got Fox running around here going for a layup. 877-909-1007, in case you want to say something. Because I was advised it's very important. You guys should say something. So do that if you must. But we move it forth. Didn't like it. Quick review off the top before we get into these minutes here. Traffic jam underway, hour 2. We'll be talking to Andy Stanzada here shortly. But just a quick review again, like we said, I'm very disappointed. U.S. team, come on, man. National team with the story on our man Pulisic. We don't need to know about Pulisic. Excuse me if I said it wrong. But yeah, man, we don't need to hear about the torn this and the hurt that. And, the injury 7 minutes into the second half of an ass whipping. We don't need that, okay? So I totally I didn't even share the quote in the first. I totally twisted my ankle and my knee in one play. Okay. I mean, whatever. I have time to rest. It's just an unfortunate way to finish. Man, get your ass out of here with this. See, I tried to help him save face. This is what I'm trying to say. This is why. We're not made of the fabric to be a World Cup champ. Now, that's the thing. In our arrogance, United States, this is where it is. We not fly at everything. We not cold at everything. We're not the best. Our validation is not required everywhere on the globe. In my attempt to evade sounding non-patriotic and all that, I don't know what you categorize, because I'm always on deck and saluting, again, all of the servicemen and women whenever I see that, because these are the people who get mine. I don't know what else is supposed to be gotten from. Who else is a pay? I don't know. People running around the towns talking and putting flags on yards. I don't know if that's going to completely qualify that anymore. But these people running around here in the potential of death, yeah, they get the salute. So we don't hate on that. So we're not going to try to spin it that way. But when it comes to our arrogance worldwide, yeah, that's undeniable. And right now, the proof of pudding was once again, U.S., you whack. Sit your asses down. And now we hurt. Now we have people hurt. Let's go. Phone lines rocket. Let's go. Sandman here. Let's move it. Fastest buck 20 in sports. All right. All calls just brought to you by Bellamere Suites Wake Up Call Line. Thank you and salute to them and a long tenure of service over an incredible span of time. So we're loving that as we wind it up. Okay. Transitions going on. Salute to that organization. But let's get our man in here. 216 Boots on the ground live. He's on the traffic scene. I think he's back in the car with it, which means his car situation has been addressed. He's safe, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't know. He got cut off the other day. We didn't know if it was accidentally, but we said, nope, it was mechanical. Then we had another day, so we don't know. We got him right now, though. Sad man, what's good? I'm charged up. You can see. You have no idea.
Yeah, lot to talk about today for sure. I put a post up after Team USA lost the other day, not knowing about the injury, just saying in general, as long as Christian Pulisic is on this team and a part of this team, they're not going to be successful.
He did. He
doesn't
said
know how
it.
to step up when he needs to.
He did say that. Andy, you did. Oh, hell. And this fool has popped up with the damn sassafras. Man, shut your ass up. You why didn't sit down. You kept running and did nothing. And so you should have sat down with you did nothing with the leg you had. It was ineffective. Anyway, all right, so there was that. We didn't like that. That was in the review.
Not just that, he cost them a goal. I mean, he didn't get back on defense, and it left the goalkeeper hung out to dry, and he froze and forgot how to kick a ball, and then they put it in the net.
So it's a chokealiciousness. Thank you. Very good for the qualification. No one's trying to hear it, and this is exactly why our karma is janky, and as a unit and as a global situation and presentation, we are lackluster, continuous. We should move on. Yep. Thank you, Andy. That was early in the first hour. We also said this. Can someone help us? Maybe Andy has a word. We're going to get ready to have to call Russ here shortly because Russ was very adamant and deliberate in evading conversations that ask, what exactly, though, was Sorsby doing at Cincinnati? We understand what he was doing over here and there. How come Cincinnati didn't get any of this unsolicited, non-congruent behavior? What's up? And so we have it, Andy, but they have no comment right now. And I don't know if you got to see the reaction at the Big 12 Media Days situation when that went off too, but the energy is hot. The Cincinnati contingent is now on the clock with respect to, we just want to hear something, but I don't know how important it is or isn't, but I thought it was certainly worth mentioning today.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when a school like Cincinnati starts getting brought into, an investigation, that's cause for pause because, they're not a big enough school, Sav, to be, to have all that attention, like an Ohio State or a Michigan or an Alabama or something like that.
Yes, sir.
So especially with their football program, they're a basketball school.
Yeah. Listen, the questions are at hand now, but again, the silence, it becomes palpable, and we don't necessarily need to go there, but it's going to be fun to hear the explaining. But now the brush off is also underway. As we say this, as fast as we say this, it's still considered a watershed here because you're thinking in the current tense. It's going to start to become a narrative of, well, we're not going to continue looking back here at this and this. You know, he's paid the dues. Again, all of this stuff carefully crafted. I feel like the further we go, the more it certainly indicates my projection as being relatively on par, because it all feels too constructed. Every earmark is met. Every bench plant is certainly found with regard to this kid. The rehab, the all of it, the appeals, the litigation, the posturing, every bit of the propagandizing, and I still feel like the NFL is behind it. That's just me, though. But that's only me speaking for myself. Talking to Andy Sanzada here on this. This is Serious Thursday. Andy, this is serious, though, and I'm so upset. Monty Features, if you're hearing it, my bad. I effed it up. Andy, NFL players are 4 times more likely to die from neurodegenerative disease. This from Robert Kimco of ESPN earlier this afternoon. NFL players 4 times more likely to be dead from these degenerative conditions and diseases such as dementia, Parkinson's, according to a study released Wednesday by Mass General, Brigham, Boston University, and the Concussion and CTE Foundation. Researchers studied 19,824 athletes who played in the NFL between 1960 and 2019, including the 1,994 who have died, calling it the biggest retrospective cohort study to date. They found a rate of neurodegenerative death was more significant for younger players. Those who died before age 60 had 12-fold higher rates of neurodegenerative death than the general population, according to the study. Andy Sanzada.
Yeah, it's interesting to see and hear about all those numbers. But in all honesty, Sav, it's kind of common sense. I mean, these guys are out there smacking heads. What did you think was going to happen, and what was going to be the repercussions of that? You know, I mean, the other thing is, you know, dementia and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, you know, that can also be hereditary as well.
Yep.
So I'd be interested to know, of those players that died from those diseases, how much of them were actually tied to that disease hereditarily rather than just from playing the game of football. Because I think that would be even more interesting to find that number out.
Interesting you say that, but also interesting that I might say this. I wonder, Andy, if perhaps the real intersection of consideration on all of this is the public's desire to inhabit this space of gladiatorism for the purposes of a collective entertainment and a salacious desire to never let it slow or decrease the consumption. And I think that's the general energy, Andy, because and I'm not saying that's the reason for your question to maybe offer a challenge of sorts, but those looking to find arguments will still end up saying everything under, is it absolutely necessary to have this competition at all? And that is the one that you will never get addressed, because that could be the truth. For all of that's said, that's to say we have to have the game of football. And I don't diss anybody as one who has played it and those who are dedicated to it and dedicated their lives and built it. But I just wonder, in society, what's the real conversation? If Andy, you're going to say that, like you said, because we understand what you signed up for. So why is it that we have to have this mode of occupation, perhaps, and maybe we could dead all those conditions if in fact it is a large contributor, as the research is suggesting. But all right, it's the first the portions aligned in hour 2. Sandman is here early. He's in the car. He's in the traffic jam like you. These are the Mama Mary's Mozzarella Minutes as you travel home. 100.7 FM. This is ESPN in the Glass City. We are always entertained and thrilled that you are somehow possibly entertained and even thrilled by what we are in here doing. All right. Don't forget the 17.76% off your order when you do it online. MamaMarysPizza.com. Traffic jam continues. Hour 2 also is black and white. Please sit tight, Sandman, when we come back.
Join Andre of the Savages, weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
I'm Lindsay Murphy, owner of Dream Green Landscape and Design. We are a local...
got some So skip the sunburn, grab something cool,
and stop by his store and more in Temperance today. Visit us at 7325 Lewis Avenue in Temperance, Michigan, and see why summer's hottest deals are waiting for you at his store and more, where the prices are cool, even when the weather isn't.
We have your new favorite spot, the Polish Ostrich Pub and Grub. Start your week off with half-off apps on Monday, plus karaoke Monday and Thursday nights. Taco Tuesday brings $2 tacos and margaritas. Wednesday is buy one, get one burger free, and Thursday means half-off pizza. Also free Fry Friday and Sauced Up Saturday, featuring live music most weekends. Open every day for breakfast, lunch, and the kitchen stays open late so the good times don't have to end early. The Polish Ostrich Pub and Grub, 944 Phillips Avenue, where Toledo eats, drinks, and sings together.
This is Black and White Sports on 100.7 The Ticket.
Just before the bottom of the hour here, 100.7 FM ESPN here in the Toledo zone, Lucas County to be specific. ESPN, as a matter of fact, all right? And you can plug in and listen to this. I know I got people rolling state to state on the auditory frequency that is online, 1007theticket.com. Thank you very much doing that. Of course, we know we're rocking in the radio in the cars. We got Sandman here, is in his car. He's in Cleveland. So you know we are interconnected. The 6 degrees is so small when it comes to the Black and White Sports family. The general counsel is on deck. They are locked in on the streams everywhere. We got these boys on YouTube. You got them in the app. They're at work doing it. Rick is in the car. It's madness. And there you are, plugged in with us. The Facebook thing, we left it. Meta, we just left. We don't have to hang with you. Listen, anybody who doesn't want to hang with us, it's okay to leave. Trust me, it's really a thing where, you know, it's doable. It's doable. I got to be honest with you. You know, it's a question of, you know, whether or not that's what we want to do, generally speaking. But we're trying to play ball with as many as we can to build better business. It's just weird sometimes how that can be perceived. People don't want to really line up with that. That's strange. Andy, you ever seen that in this world? This world is strange. People don't like synergy and unification. It's all about division and the establishment of power and dominance and, you know, the sort of regeneration and redundant reverberation of the need to let you know what I mean? Hey, everybody get in your spot. Okay, we like it. We just glad to have a spot. It's all good. It's all good, man. Glad you're in the spot, Sam, man. Appreciate you being here. Listen, a couple of things we went over in the first hour. Any thoughts on this Kawhi Leonard hold? I didn't talk to you about that. Me and Monty kind of chopped it up about that earlier. You know what I'm saying? But the NBA said, hold on. And we said this, Andy, like it's not really, I don't think it's so much like the team impropriety versus Kawhi Leonard impropriety, though, that we're going to find out. That's just me guessing. But I feel like when it sifts down, he was doing too much somehow.
Well, you know, it makes you wonder, you know, it's pretty interesting that, you know, out of nowhere, he's willing to go back to Toronto, right? Like
Right.
That was not one of the teams that he had listed previously as far as where he wanted to finish his career. But he wants out of LA so badly, he'll just take what he can get and go somewhere where he can try to be, you know, successful. I think that raised the eyebrow of the NBA, and they said, wait a second, we need to make sure that financially you're not, you know, cheating here,
right.
And circumventing the salary cap. So I commend the NBA for blocking it right now and making sure that it's legitimate, because this could be a Chris Paul, you know, Kobe Bryant situation all over again.
That's what Monty said. That's what he said.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I know. I get that. But I said too, though, also, and I offered this at least I'm it's a slight retort that, you know, him being there, him playing there, and the Toronto possibilities that come with him being on that roster. I don't know that the NBA doesn't love it. Like in an effort, like there was something that David Stern was not feeling about the Chris Paul maneuvering, whatever that was. I'm almost of the mindset that the NBA would like to reintegrate Toronto into the overall framework of the winning possibility, because it was definitely good to have that. You know, that fan base is certainly very, you know what I mean, very charged and certainly indicative of what you'd like to have. So I don't see the league wanting to thwart it, Andy. I'm not saying that they won't end up having to take some sort of, repercussion sort of steps, but I don't know that they don't want it. I don't think that anyone does not want Kawhi Leonard to go play in Toronto again. In fact, if they have a real opportunity at winning, and we said earlier, they certainly were a decent competitive presentation with respect to postseason without him, and in the current, in the last rendition. So, but whatever. I just, again, for me, Andy, this is something else. I'm gonna throw this little sidebar back in. For me, the NBA just feels counterfeit to me right now in general, because I feel like they're propagandizing the notion that we are an integrity-based mentality and mission here. I don't know that I believe that anymore about the association. I'm not sure that I believed it for a long time, but it becomes way easier anymore to believe that I can't believe them. And I feel like a lot of these people are plants, and it's scapegoat material. I just feel like, because the idea, this is why I say it, Eddie, the point is to create the illusion that they are stand up and policing, and we can be assured that they are reliable with respect to respecting our need for legitimacy. And I just feel like this is all of it. The few things that, because you heard Rozier, they thought, his story, he pops back up, honestly thinking he's going to get an opportunity to bail somehow. Nobody's letting you not fry for this. You're going to wear this where the nation can see you and have a target to say, see, we got rid of that roach. Remember the Donaghy thing. Somebody has to fry for the public. Someone needs to wear the scarlet letter and get the rocks thrown at them so everybody can go back into the cubby hole and believe illusions. That's all. But that's just me. Again, that's just me, Mr. Sanzano. All right? So, okay. But
I just think that, when it's all said and done, they want to make sure that every team is treated the way that they're supposed to be, from following the collective bargaining agreement standpoint and the salary cap. And if they have any indication that might not be the case in LA, then that's why they put a hold on it, to make sure that all the ducks are in a row before the trade can happen. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's still probably, like you said, it's still going to go through. I think you're right. I think Kawhi in Toronto would be great for the NBA. That fan base is one of the most underrated fan bases in all sports. Everybody thinks of it as a hockey town because it's in Canada, but, that place was insane when they won the title in 2019. So, and they have the potential to represent the East again if he goes there almost instantly. So, the thing I think about, Sam, when I think about the Raptors is I think if they would have put a second team in any other city besides Vancouver, they would have two teams in Canada. But Vancouver was not the right city for an NBA franchise.
Well, you recall they started with teal. It was part of the fact. So you remember the color palette teal. That's so. I'm gonna leave it there.
That was the end of the beginning of the end.
Right away.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
away. Absolutely. Real quick before we hit this break, Andy Sanzado with us, everybody, live from the 216. Andy's in the car. No, I'm gonna take you at your word. Do not look for a phone right now. You shouldn't anyway. You're driving. Okay. Who are you going with? Morocco, France. Josh, get the update ready. Don't say anything. We're gonna find out what the score is. Andy, don't look at anything. Who did you pick before the game started?
I mean, my wife is of French descent, so if I root against France, I would probably be disowned. So
okay, yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to mess.
France from here on in.
Okay, you don't want to mess with the connection, wires. You don't want to do that at all. Never want to mess with the frequency there. Okay, so I would have I think that's a bad play today, though. Josh, what is the score currently? France and Morocco in action. The match is on.
All right, in progress right now at the 72nd minute. France 2, Morocco 0.
And as I say that, getting cracked. Okay, there you go. So there was the right play.
Sam,
they're the favorite, though. Heavy favorite.
Heroic effort from it's going to take a heroic effort from any other team in this tournament to beat France. They're the best team in the world.
That's true. Steve said it. It's been said. I was trying to, hope there was some air and maybe some sort of, dramatization that could occur. But obviously, that's not the game. So maybe it is Belgium and Spain, ladies and gentlemen. That might be our next look and the place to catch the underdog work. So, but it's going to get less frequent now as we get down to the, when we get nitty gritty with it, World Cup. The favorite plays are usually your most advantageous way to go. All right. Our most advantageous way to go is to a strong finish, which we will do when we come back. Andy Sanzada is here to finish this thing strong. We'll make a few plays, see what we can do. MLB, the ladies on the court tonight too. And we are already losing in the World Cup. France is splitting the wig. I thought I was going to get some work on Morocco today. And boy, I was incorrect. Sit tight.
Join Andre of the Savages weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Andre of the Savages here for Mama Mary's Pizza. Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate America's 250th anniversary. Founded in 1776, the United States is 250 years old. And Mama Mary's Pizza wants to celebrate with a 17.76% discount on the whole menu. 17.76% off your order. Sometimes you're just too tired to make that dinner, so Mama Mary's makes it easy on you and your wallet. Something for mom, dad, and the youngster. Pizza, salad, sub, pastas, and more. Mama Mary's Pizza in Holland on Airport in Holland.
Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free, 800-558-5635.
And I approve this message.
That's alexcohen.com.
Log on to this station's website at 9 a.m. on July 15th for this sweet deal. Get a $5,000 gift certificate to spend at Wojo's Heating and Air Conditioning for just $2,500. Go to this station's website and click Sweet Deals, 9 a.m. July 15th.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
We on? Okay. K. Jones, welcome to it. Afternoon style, black and white.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you, brother.
Look.
Yes, sir.
And tapped in. You was commentating boxing on the TV on BTSN, sir. Look.
Oh, man, respect, brother.
Amazing. Your show is amazing. I like how you feel me. We got Sandman on the show. E, Josh, all lit every day. Man, but look, I really wanted to call though.
ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. Black and White Sports.
We vibrate on the frequency. Emotions is a magnet. Thoughts manifest. Now you force to take action. Fail, but fail faster because endurance is a test. We only learn when we fall. Every no turns to yes. Take a deep breath. Don't become overwhelmed by the stress. Think about what you overcame. The situation will be next. Life is long, live it, survive, move on to the next. I made mistakes, I'm a new man, but God gave me a second chance. No fear, I gotta go for mine. The top is only for those who climb. It's a lonely road when you're chosen, so never wait to be given roses. Grow your own, stay focused. Your time is approaching. And treat family and friends the same when it's time to judge, because you can see through water, but not through blood. Never be afraid to fail. We only lose for not trying, and procrastination is another form of dying. Every life serves a purpose, but a fish won't climb a tree. Open your eyes and see what you really want to be.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
And we want to be in our best frame on the way out of here today. It's been a good one, I think. I think it's a hell of a response. If you all could understand what the energy in the air was placing on my spirit, I would like to say, Lord, I think I would submit my performance today as, I hope, very exemplary with regard to our conversations on growth. Lord, let me offer this prayer today on these airwaves and let the people also feel the spirit of, if you are floating in your life through adverse conditions and scenarios being generated, again, to thwart and dispel and, again, non-congruentize your world, do a shoulder shrug and deep breath. Exhale on the joy of the continuation. Andy Sanzada is here live. He's still on the road, I believe. So thank you for that, Sam, man, coming through here, man, and kicking it hour number 2 like you do. Couple things before we move out of the way on this Thursday and turn it back over to our friends here on the ESPN syndicated side. Josh Burnham still in the studio alongside as always. JB, appreciate you today. Appreciate Monty Features as always coming through. And again, Andy popping back up. All right, Andy, real quick, we didn't really get to do it. I sort of saved it for the end. The last two things, really. One, because I've been accused, I've been too much LeBron James, and I didn't know. I was like, they in the free agent thing, and everybody, the main talk of all the sport is LeBron. What is he going to do? That's part of the laughter we had on the idea that, hey, he's managed to soak up the air and suffocate everybody into another free agent frenzy of what's going to happen with King. So that should be saluted on one hand, but store it there for the last couple of seconds because we really don't need it to be slick. Let's go back to Coco, who came through for me, and I could have had a gloaty day. I didn't do gloaty today, and I'm not doing gloat. I'm doing growth. What I'm trying to demonstrate is that while, again, things can not be what they seem. And so, therefore, stay focused. With that, Coco was easy to avoid. Trust me, Andy, when you said Coco, I knew, go the other way. Because I know I can't trust Coco. I'm sorry. I didn't even know who the other lady was, Andy. I kind of recognized the name, but I didn't care.
I just thought, I really thought she would be able to at least get to the final the way that she has been playing throughout this tournament. But you think back to the tournament she had, she almost lost in the first round. And that seems to be a theme for her. So I think it's a win in a way for her to get to the semis, but she knows as well as everybody else, this was her tournament to win once Sabalenka went out. And now you have the 9 seed against the 10 seed in the final.
That's unique. Now, I wonder, and talking to Andy Sanzada here, Wimbledon is down to our final compounds. And here we are trying to determine who's going to, again, hoist the spoils. So, Andy, what do we look at when we get into our final? Who is our best look here? Because we have to start looking at an unexpected champion at this juncture. So what's our best play? We must consider our wagering warriors out here. It is them we must service now.
Yeah, I mean, I watched at lunch, I was able to watch a little bit of the second semifinal between Kostyuk and Noskova. Noskova is playing really good tennis right now. So I would think that she would be the pick. However, Milkova has been in finals before in majors. And I think that experience is going to carry her through, and she wins her first major this weekend.
All right, Simon, I'm going, hold on, let me go back. Let's look. Wait, before we get too happy-dappy. Hold on, let's look inside real quick while we can before we get out of here today. Thank you guys, everybody, on this Thursday, getting set for this weekend. Don't forget about my man, Anthony Butler, too, if you need to stop in on the grooming. And Butler, I appreciate you because he's probably watching, too. He's always playing us. He has the app downloaded and the TV monitor and the monitors in the shop. There are a couple, and you can look up and see, we're usually on one when we're on the air. And with that, thank you very much, Mr. Butler, for the magazine freshness today. And I needed it. I had to be somewhere, Andy. I don't usually. I look disheveled and kind of like, I play the role of bum usually. You know what I mean, just for television. You know what I'm saying? Not really.
Yeah.
But and what happens is the problem is people get to believe in that, and they try to treat me like that. Well, you've seen it. You've seen it. It's okay. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, I got you on deck. All right, Andy,
I'll
looks
say
like.
About tomorrow, Seth.
Yeah, go ahead.
This about tomorrow. I picked Sinner and Zverev because, Zverev's coming off a win in the French, and he's just on a roll.
Right.
I just think that as great as Djokovic has played this tournament, Sinner has found his game again, and I think his youth carries him through, even if it's a 5-setter. But I would love to see Djokovic win one more, because I think if he wins one more, he retires. I honestly think that he's just waiting to win number 25 to call it quits. So I'm pulling for him, even though I picked Sinner. But I would love to see him. And then the Fury kid, what a story this is. Wild card who grew up, playing in the courts of Wimbledon. Nobody's even heard of this kid before. He's already all the way into the semifinals of the tournament he grew up around. I mean, how special is that?
You're telling me that. Oh, boy.
It's tough. It's really tough to pick tomorrow, honestly. But I just went with I went with the favorites because they're the top 2 seeds. But when you put, the lore of Djokovic in there, and then you put the story behind Fury, it's going to be hard to watch anybody lose tomorrow.
Oh, Andy, let me ask you this, because you did all that talking to Andy Sanzada. We in our Wimbledon minute here as we get ready to get out of here. I wanted to get the women's winner, but hold that for a minute, because you got me now. You got my attention here really directly, because I'm looking at this while you're talking, and so I'm kind of just browsing through prices here, and I'm looking at what's going on. Andy, I might tell you, to be honest, and this is where the money is, so I'm a little bit skittish on it, so I don't say it with complete fervor. But you might get a dog final with the fellas, because Sinner is still shaky at best, because like you said, we're getting games back. So I don't know if his confidence is viable. And then I take Joker, who is knowing I'm closing right now. I might want a signature legacy out on these people if I can, wherever I can, when I can, and especially if I could do it at the hands of Sinner, because that's going to be in the narrative that makes it even more sparkling. You see what I'm saying? And then imagine that final with as you said about our man Fury coming to this, and you facing that in your home court. You see what I'm doing there? You see that's where there's some money there. Yeah. There's some money there. So I'm just throwing it at you so we can have this on the tape, if we have to come back to this. I'm just telling you, I like it. I like the dog possibility. I was with center too, Andy. Don't get me wrong, because that's the logical play. I get it. Trust me. But I don't know. Smells funny. This smells funny.
I want to see. I really want to see Djokovic Fury on Sunday. I really do, Sam. But the way that Zverev's playing right now, it's hard to pick against him.
I got you.
And like I said, I just think Sinner's youth overweighs. But Sinner struggles in 5-setters. So if Djokovic can take him the distance, maybe he can do it after all. But I just think they're going to be two outstanding semifinals. It sucks I have to work tomorrow because I'm going to miss them both.
Right.
But I'm definitely going to be tuned in 100% to every minute of the final on Sunday.
No doubt.
Like I said earlier, I think I said it. Mukova is my pick for the women.
For the women, okay.
I just think that her experience in previous major finals is going to pay off, and she's going to win her first major.
And that's the lean too. Andy Sanzada right there giving you Wimbledon game, people some plays for you, and try to make some money on this thing before we get to this final, and it looks nice. I'm not mad at him. Kind of even money there for Mukova, as Andy said, but that is the play. And you don't like the even odds again in opposition. You never do. Not in this situation. Like I said, and they had them. I would use it this way. It's the same number. You got a -120 with Mukova on this, and you had the even odds there for Queen Linda on this thing. So that's why. And Coco was an even play. Yeah. So these are the same numbers again. So even for that, I'm gonna lean that way just simply on that idea. Now what Andy has shared. So we're gonna roll with you this time, Sam, man. We'll see. So there's the hookup though. Okay. Wimbledon finals coming down. Real quick before we go, so we can do it in the last few seconds of the show. LeBron James has to guess right, Andy, because that's the talk again. Where's he going? He has lots of options. We get all this because more than likely he's going to take some form of a minimum, and so it won't be a money play necessarily. We're hearing various situations. We know all of that. Now, of course, we've talked about the Cleveland directive. I'm not really budging off that, but nonetheless, I just wanted to get this question in before we get out of here today. Is this prospect and the way this has always been handled and the way this thing sort of works, wherever he is, even though we know he's going to have to be a subsidiary piece, whatever team he ends up on. But if we don't win, because he's saying, if you put me in play wherever I go, because it's got to be about the comfort, the situation, and I damn sure think I can win. So if you're the missing ingredient, what will we be saying if somehow you still don't win? And will it be because of the team around you? Because now this is all supposed to be about happiness and joy. I'm just curious, how are we supposed to receive this as the general public whenever this happens?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the narrative ever changes when it comes to LeBron. I think that if he fails, it's his teammates' fault. He'll never, especially this late in his career, he'll never take accountability for not being the reason the team's successful. So I think because of that is why I am with you, and I would lean Cleveland, because it's easy for him to blame the roster if he's not successful. Whereas if you look at what Philly has, they have a little bit of a better roster, and then then people can put the blame more on him if he goes to Philly and doesn't do it. Whereas if he comes to Cleveland, then everybody's like, oh, well, LeBron came to Cleveland to try to retire in Cleveland. Who cares how he played? Who cares how they finished? It's not a big deal. But if he goes to Philly and doesn't win the East, then I think it's all on him, even though Jaylen Brown got traded there. So I think even though it's down to Cleveland and Philly, I still think he comes home.
All right, and we have come home, hopefully not to roost. All right, it is the fastest buck 20 in sports. It is wrapped up for this day on This Is Serious Thursday. I am Andre of the Savages, and bidding you adieu. I certainly am gracious and in a gratitude stance when I think about Monty Features coming through. Thank you very much. When I think about Andy Sanzada driving home with it, man, and rocking with us, thank you as always, sir. Hell of a job out of both gentlemen. Josh Burnham holding it down, doing what he does. That's always exemplary. So there you have that. And there you have this show. And with that, I will offer you a couple of mentions on the way out of here. And please be kind and offer support and patronage to the following organizations. Our family at Consignment Home Interiors, because it is there that you can change your decor without spending more. 6925 West Central Avenue. Get to the showroom. Also, Powers Beauty Supply. Over 30 plus years of service to this community. Thank you, Mr. Powell, your entire family. When you say small business turn big business, that's how you do that mom and pop shop to the top. So we appreciate that. 901 Nebraska is where they are. Then there's the Bassett Nut Company. And we've been over this, people, an extreme transition financially and otherwise. So the community support is needed now more than ever. That's a word from Rachel, formerly of Rachel Michaels Gourmet Popcorn, now the proprietor and leader of the Bassett Nut Company movement, where you can find big bags of nuts for your mouth. And we're working on a Black and White Sports Avenue to doing just that at benefit to you all. But get in there. She's right next door to the Verizon store, right up Monroe Street as you head out toward Flower Hospital when you do that. So please remember her and remember to support and keep her in motion, because she has always kept us in motion. Glass City. All right, and a few more mentions before we get out of here. I know you guys like to travel. Don't forget that you can save a ton of money and find an incredible situation just by calling my friends at Cheap Air. Their number is 1-800-558-5635. So get your reservations together. Travel people, you guys are moving around this summertime. Do that. And while you're traveling, you know you want to get on the island in Frisco, Frasco, or do whatever you're doing in these hotels or what have you. So some Viagra might do some of you some good. And I hear word on the campfire in the street is $2 each is the look. $99 orders to get the love. All right. At 800-925-5313. Get these orders moving and get your relationship together. Vivid Security, you might need again, because if you handle things right with the Viagra game, you might need to call somebody again at what's happening inside your home. The security, definitely necessary. Vivid are the sites. 800-853-6497. Now, that's Vivid Security, though. Camera looks and always wanted to secure the perimeter in all seriousness. So you know that's important. And of course, situations that could involve litigation and health, injuries, accidents, so on and so forth. You need attorneys to make something happen and get the work done and get that bag, as they say, for your time, trouble, and injuries. Ally, the Bulldog people, 800-370-5435. Let's go for this day. Thank you very much, one and all. Please be kind, be respectful, be nice, never cheat on your wife. And by all means, take these picks and handle your business by going Seattle tonight is the cover, 10.5 against the ATL, Zaya Cook and our girls from the Dream. Vegas, favored. We like them. Take the money line, but I get leery. They're at Portland. I don't know if I could do the 8.5. You decide, but that's probably the better look. And then Caitlin Clark is not on the court tonight. She was back in action to no avail. Fever. It was not good, CC. And you're hurting my heart right now. Things are starting to feel a little non-congruent. So I don't know if we can go with them tonight. Maybe Phoenix is the play. They're at home. And so no Caitlin Clark. I don't know. Take that back. Take the Dream. And we'll take this into Friday. Handle your business today.
Tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studio.